Now I know it sounds really close to spaghetti, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about violin, not pasta. Hi, I'm Caitlin, and today we're going to talk about 3 bow articulations. We use bow articulations to help shape the sound we want to create with our bow. So the first articulation that we'll be talking about is legato. Legato basically means we're connected. Here's an example. Now, if you notice, when I changed bow, it was still connected. There was no abrupt motion or anything. And if you noticed, I played 3 notes in one bow. That's simply called a slur. Now, I could still do legato, but with separate quarter notes. Here's how that sounds. Still connected, very smooth. Now, the way that I achieve this stroke is by 1, making sure every part of my body is relaxed. My shoulder is lowered, my elbow is on the level of the string I'm playing on, my fingers are in the right places on my bow, and my wrist moves with my forearm very smoothly without abrupt motions. So I would love for you to try this stroke with me. I'm going to demonstrate just on the A string, so feel free to put your left hand right on your violin, bow on the string, make sure all the fingers are in the right place. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 4 beats, and I want you to just play quarter notes with me. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Good. Keep going. Smooth and connected. Great job. Great job. So the next articulation we're going to talk about is staccato. Staccato basically means that we're going to have a separation between 2 notes. And most often, it is a shorter articulation. So here's an example of staccato. So if you notice, I used less bow when I played staccato, and I made sure to put separation between each bow stroke. Now, the way to achieve this is to make sure your elbow is level with the string that you're on. Make sure that your fingers are in the correct space on the bow, and make sure that when you pull the bow, you stop it to create that space in the sound. So I'm going to demonstrate with an open A string, and then I would love for you to join in with me. One, 2, ready, play. Keep going. We're in the middle of the bow. Very good. So the last stroke that I'm going to tell you about is something we call spiccato. Now I know it sounds really close to spaghetti, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about violin, not pasta. So spiccato is different from legato and staccato because it comes off of the string. Here's an example. If you notice, my bow had a bit of a bounce to it. And not a bit, it was actually bouncing. So what we want to do to achieve this bounce is, 1, we have to make sure that our bow hand is relaxed, because we can't interfere with the bow when it's trying to bounce. It has been manufactured, perfectly made to bounce on its own. And we also have to work with gravity when doing this bounce. So usually for spiccato, I'll start from the string to get sort of like a launching point into the air. And I'm there. Now I'm just going to let gravity do its job. And if you notice, my forearm is moving back and forth, but my wrist is pretty much staying the same. And I can go faster with this stroke. And so the more you progress, the more advanced, the more you can explore spiccato. But just for a moment, I want you to take your bow, make sure your fingers are in place, and I just want you to gently just let it drop on the string. Just like that, kind of like a basketball. Now, when we start from the string, just try that. Starting from the string and lifting off. Like a rocket launching. Okay? Now that our rocket has launched, I want you to come back up bow on the string and just let it bounce. Down, up, and faster. And faster. And just let your arm relax. Have fun with it. Yes. So, thanks for joining me today. And let me know in the comments like which stroke you like best, which stroke might be a little bit difficult. Regardless of what you think is difficult, you can always achieve it. You've done great work today. Hey, so you can keep learning from me or take lessons with some of the amazing Trala violin teachers on the Trala app. It's in the App Store and the Google Play Store. So I'll see you there, and thanks for watching.